some saltwater taffy, as you all overwhelmingly picked, with the bicycle Japan deck in blue. A lovely combo for our candy and solitaire journey. So let's put our Joker's promos to the side, close our little box, and see which candies we have up to bat for next time. Let me plate this up while we do that. This week we have some great choices at hand, as you can see. First, we have Sour Patch Kids Blue Raspberry, Life Savers Gummy Sours, Haribo Berry Clouds, and then Albany's World's Best Gummy Bears. Let me know what you want, and next one it will be. No wrong choices there. Let me know which one you would like to see. And my goodness, this isn't even a fraction of the Laffy Taffy that we have at hand. Saltwater Taffy, my bad. Alright, let's shuffle up this deck and begin our night. And as we do, please get yourselves nice and comfy. And let's deal out our first game of the night. So, I don't know about yourself, but I enjoy saltwater taffy so much. As a kid, whenever I would go towards the pier, it would be the thing my eyeballs would be looking for all the time. And I was gonna ask you, what is your favorite flavor? But I don't even know that answer. So, that's our first game. There is our seeping stack of saltwater taffy. And let's begin with this one. That was good. Honestly, I like to suck my saltwater taffy more than chew, but that wouldn't be too good for this video, wouldn't it? But that was actually kind of interesting. It tasted of lime and banana. Can't go wrong there. I think banana is such an underrated flavor, and it's tough to beat when done well. Let's try out the blue and see how it do. That's the end of our first game. Little double check. Nowhere for any of these cards to go. So on to our second game of the night. Okay. That was amazing. The first and a half out of 10. That was cotton candy all the way. I don't know why cotton candy isn't made into more flavors. Perfect combo. Right away, you know when that little bit of saltiness hits the back of your tongue and the sweet just has a smooth flow coating the rest of your mouth. Absolute candy bliss. Wow. That might be the best one. But let's not be so definitive just yet. Alright, let's go for a yellow while we deal out our next game. Wow. 8.5. Very solid banana. Now don't take that out of context. Having a solid banana. Yeah, let's just move on from that. But seriously, that was really good. 8.5 out of 10. No issue. I honestly feel kind of bad about this one. This is probably going to be one of my favorite videos yet with our candy. And what's interesting about it, you know how they say when you eat something, it is taste and smell. Well, I think it is also visual taste and smell. And with the cotton candy in particular, with these lovely colored cards, it elevated it to such a high plane that I don't think will be beat. And these cards are just making every flavor just so much better. I wonder if there's a phrase for that. Anyway, purple is up next. I love myself some grape. Is it just me? Or are the sounds a little bit softer and deeper, making it extra relaxing? That's how it feels for me. Maybe it's just the cards on top of it. This is honestly one of my favorite simple decks, as this is the end of game number 2, as we have nowhere for that 5, 3, 4, or 6, or those double queens. On to game number 3. I think as a kid, some of my favorite taffy flavors were watermelon chocolate one, what I would assume would be chocolate next. Never was a fan of it really, but let's go in with an open mind and an open mouth. Somebody, please quote that down below. Oh my gosh, this taffy's making me delirious. Alright, chocolate. Who doesn't like some chocolate now and again? That should be illegal. That was disgustingly good. The chocolate. Imagine this. Imagine the perfect melted ice cream cone. Or ice cream. Where it's in that nice sweet spot of not warm, but still chilled. And then the taste, that texture with the taste of the chewiest, softest brownie imaginable, with the malty aftertaste of a rich and creamy milkshake. I'm sorry if I'm making you hungry, but that is damn good. My goodness. I need to do something with these. I'll get 18 different types of diabetes if I have this near me for the next couple days. Wow. Okay. 9 out of 10 if I didn't say that. Don't sleep on chocolate. I'm telling you right now. Alright. So, I think this might be black licorice, peppermint, or marshmallow. Let's find out. Okay, gonna be honest with you. I'm not really a fan of black licorice. I know. Very hot take, because we have triple tens. But you know what? That was pretty freaking good. It was actually enjoyable. Typically, when I've had something that's black licorice, it's more of an assault of your taste buds that you're not ready for. But this one was like, alright, it opened the door, put in its feet, dusted off on the mat real quick, and then just pleasantly just said hello. I'm gonna have to give that an 8 out of 10. It was reminiscent of Dr. Pepper and a little bit of root beer. They're doing it right. If the black licorice doesn't suck, my goodness, I'm serious, I'm gonna catch 38 different types of diabetes if I don't get rid of these. Neapolitan. Is this the one to let us down? Great game, but just a little bit short. As there's nowhere for that jack and queen. Time to move on to game number 4. And what the heck? Neapolitan is a very easy flavor to mess up. And I think if we're honest with ourselves, none of us really truly like Neapolitan. We just like 2 of the 3. Whether it's vanilla and strawberry, chocolate and vanilla, or strawberry and chocolate. It's never the 3. So my best description is that imagine you're eating some Neapolitan ice cream. You have all 3 flavors in your bowl. But you pick around the flavor you don't like, but you still have a little reminiscence of, let's say, chocolate, for example, with your strawberry. But you're actually pleasantly pleased with it. That's what that is. It's everything you like about Neapolitan ice cream. I don't know what they're doing, but my goodness, they're freaking wizards. 8 out of 10 for the Neapolitan ice cream. What else do we have on here? I think we have a cinnamon option. That or strawberry, cherry, but I think cinnamon is the safe bet. Very good looking start. Let's try out this solid reddish pink one. I'm not upset at that. So here's my take. Similar to black licorice, I think cinnamon can really jump into your mouth and start having a party. And it's really a strong punch initially, but that one wasn't as much of a punch, but a playful push and shake. After I had the black licorice and went to the next candy, or flavor I should say, my tongue was a bit tingly from those, whatever they put in, spices, but it didn't last. This one, I get a little bit of that tongue tingle as cinnamon does, but it it was very smooth. Instead of being cinnamon on steroids, it was cinnamon on some muscle relaxants and wasn't too bad. I prefer a strong one, so for that reason alone, I'm going to give it a 7. But still, very solid. And I think, oh, we have one more we haven't tried on our plate. But let's keep going through our 4th game. Here we go. I think this might be the creamsicle. Yep. First fat stack of the night. Okay. I don't like creamsicles at all. As a kid, we wouldn't really have too much junk food in the house. But the few junk food there was, creamsicles, orange creamsicles were part of that batch. And they were always just left in the freezer because nobody really liked them. It was like a final resort as we get our 2nd fat stack. And I think most of us could agree on that. So this one is going to be heavily biased. I don't enjoy creamsicles at all. It tastes spot on, and for that reason alone, it just gets a 5. They did a good job, but because of that, that's a no for me. But still, every flavor we've had has been a hit, as I think we have just won our first game of the night with a couple fat stacks thrown in between. So what a game. I'm gonna pop in some cotton candy while we wrap up our first win and move on to our last game. Spades in order ace to king, along with the clubs. Next, the hearts, followed by the diamonds. Let's shuffle this up. It feels like it's been a while since we've had a victory shuffle. Good start and a recovery, so all of the reds together. Not a bad shuffle at all. Okay, so for those of you wondering what that cotton candy tastes like, it tastes exactly like a Dum Dum lollipop cotton candy flavor. Very good. might be missing. But this video's been very fun so far. Alright, last game of the night. Let's see how we wrap things up. And I think we're gonna go with the first one we started with after this shuffle. Oh, what the heck am I doing? Sorry, I've just been caught up in that amazing flavor. You know what? I was thinking this. I'm just gonna say it to see where it goes. Seriously, there is no way I should have that candy next to me. I have self-control, obviously, but I don't think there's a world where I could eat all of that. But I have really enjoyed this video. So for a little challenge for myself and for you, if you enjoyed this video and would like the Laffy Taffy or Salt Water Taffy to come back, 250 likes and it will happen. And that is a promise. Just remind me once it gets to that marker, and it will come. I think we should be good when that time does come, because the thing that a lot of saltwater taffies do is that they're too sticky to their wax paper, or they're very hard. Also, they kind of have a too big of a size for their packaging, but these are perfectly small but not too big, and they're just an absolute treat. And I really hope you enjoyed this one so far. It's not looking too bright for this game, but you never know. Let's enjoy another chocolate, because my goodness, who would have thought? Oh, I just realized. You know what? Let's do the what if. So the game's over, but this is the what if. We would have gotten another fat stack. There's a 6 to play, and we could do this. And we are left with a different situation. So now, this would be our final check. That 5 has a home. An ace. My goodness. We have another ace. relaxing remainder of your night. Many, many sweet dreams. And until we meet again, please, and as always, stay safe and eat your fruits and vegetables.